Okay, so an official welcome to this month's Cat Summit. We're in July 2024 now. Can you believe it? This year is just zooming by. I mean, where has that half year gone, right? So we're in July. We are going to talk to the Cat Collective. They came in before the call. Aaron is now stretching here, making more biscuits so he can support you guys better. As always, these calls are about me channeling the Cat Collective, and I always have three distinct questions that I ask them. So we have a topic for the summit. This time, these are the questions that I picked. I asked whether cats care about their looks. I kind of already knew the answer, but I always like to really ask them and channel the information because sometimes they surprise me. Sometimes they say exactly what I think they would probably say, but sometimes they surprise me. So I picked these questions. Do cats care about their looks? Do cats think or worry about the future like we humans do, right? Because we live in challenging times and most humans worry about the future one way or another. So I asked the cats, how do they do? And then the last question is, what is the number one wish for humanity right now, these days, in July 2024? As I said, challenging times, right? A lot of stuff going on the global stage. So I know what usually the wish is for the humans, but I just want to know right now, what do they want us to know? Okay, so these are the three questions that I asked them. And for those who are here for the first time, I'm Sylvie. I'm a cat whisperer. I'm an intuitive. I'm the channel of the Cat Collective. I'm a starseed. I'm an Ascension guide. So basically, I help people. And I help cat lovers. I mean, I help people, but I help cat lovers specifically awaken to the starseed mission, to their true selves, to their power, to their awakening their spiritual gifts, and all through the help of their cats. Through the cats, I work with the people. Through the cats, I bring out I bring out your superpower. I bring out your clairsenses. I bring out your wants and needs and spiritual growth with the help of your cat. So, as I always say, I never get tired of mentioning that, of saying that, because it's so important. Everything that I talk about comes directly from the cats. I do not quote any textbooks. I do not, talk about any hearsay. I do not talk about scientific research, biological research, studies done on cats where biologists or scientists, they study cat behavior and then they deduct from when the cat does this, they probably think or, do it for these reasons. I talk directly to the cats. I take it directly from the cats. So everything here is not everything's channeled. Well, today everything's channeled, but all my knowledge about cats comes from really speaking with them, connecting with them. So I always say that because it's really important to know. So you understand the information better that comes through. So I'm not going to shift the computer anymore. This is my little helper or my big helper. This is my kitten, Aaron. That's his preferred sleeping position. He's always with me, whatever I do. And here's a bigger picture. But as you can see, he's actually already grown. That picture is a month old. He's already much bigger. And I'm probably going to need a bigger desk sometime soon, because as you can see, my desk is not that large and he takes up a pretty big space by now. All right, so he's here with me. He's helping with the healing, and he's helping channeling the energies or holding the energies. So this is my other inspiration. This is my cat, Leon, by the way. This is my other little helper. This is my sweetheart, Leon. And he's not in the room, but he and Sheila always help with the calls and with everything that I do. So I just want to give credit to, because I always talk about Aaron right now, my kitten, because he's the latest addition. But Leon and Sheila really are my heroes, because they've been with me for 3 years now. They went through a lot of changes with me, and I just wanted to do a shout out to Leon and Sheila. They are my heroes. Everything that we've gone through in the last 3 years, so many changes, and they've held up so beautifully, and they welcomed my little Aaron here to the family, and they are just beautiful and wonderful, and I just wanted to mention them too. So you don't think that I have only one cat. Next time I show Sheila. So this is Leon. All right, so before we get started, I would really love to quickly talk about my book. I'm just so proud of my book, The Cat Secret. It's here in my hand. Actually, now these are the first test prints. It will be released, published on 8/8 on the Lionsgate portal on International Cat Day and on the 888 portal. It's going to be a very powerful date. The book is completely channeled. It's my first book that is completely channeled. The cats talk about where they come from. I mean, where in the cosmos they come from, what their secret soul mission is, how they support us on our journey. It's a beautiful, wonderfully written channeled book. I did not even write it. I just channeled it. So I said I can't even take credit for it. It's beautifully written because it's beautifully said by the Cat Collective. And I'm just very happy and very proud of this book that I got to be the one to channel these wonderful messages. And you can now pre-order on Amazon. It'll be on all other booksellers as well. It will be in the bookstores, but you can pre-order now. It comes out on the 8th of August. So maybe Leah wants to post that link if you want to pre-order. And if you order now or, these days, then it will be delivered to you on International Cat Day. I mean, what better date would there be for, for a cat lover to get this book? I'm really very happy about this book. And yeah, I can't wait to share it with all of you. So I will also do a call. Actually, next month's call will be on 8/8, so it's going to be in 2 weeks. So the August call will not be at the end of the month like I usually do it. I always have a 4-week window, but because the book is coming out, the next live call will be on 8/8. It's going to be a gifted free call. The idea is to stream it live on YouTube this time, so we can even get to a bigger audience. So I will probably stream it. I'm a newbie on YouTube. I mean, I've been consuming YouTube forever, but I have not had a channel, so I'm kind of a newbie as a channel owner on YouTube. So I'll do my first YouTube live on 8/8. So save the date. It'll probably be around the same time as today's call. So save the date, and I would be very happy if you came on 8/8. Join me for this live call, and I'm going to talk about what is the cat secret and reveal more about the book. So stay tuned for that. Since I mentioned it, I have a brand new YouTube channel, and I was so hesitant to even go out. I mean, you see these numbers, people have thousands and thousands of followers, right? And I said, where do you even start as a newcomer? But I did it. I started a YouTube channel, and one of my videos took off. It has 5,000 views now in only a couple of days, which is good for somebody who has never posted a video. So one video just going viral already. Check it out. It's about cats and reincarnation. And please subscribe my YouTube channel and support me. That would be really, I'm very happy about everybody who supports me that way. And by the way, all these calls, the old summits, most of them are also available on YouTube now. So you can share with others that you might not have shared these calls with, others who think would benefit from this information. So go to Sylvie the Cat Whisperer on YouTube and check out the content. Okay, so what else? I have lots and lots of classes at my academy, Feline Soul Academy. Maybe Leah wants to post the link here. I'm putting out more classes that we're speaking, animal communication, basics and advanced techniques, energy healing, basic and advanced techniques, soul healing, how to talk to cats in spirit. I'm about to release a class, how to talk to your cat on the other side. So check that out if you're interested. And last but not least, no, I'm through. All right, so yeah. So I'm through with sharing the general stuff with you, and I just can't get enough of holding my book in my hands. I'm so in love with this book, 7 years in the making, and just having it lying next to me on the desk here makes me very happy. And truly, this little guy here, because the book's been in the making for so long, and even in the last stages of writing it and putting it together and editing it, it was just, I don't know, the last weeks just dragged and dragged and dragged. And then I swear the little guy, Aaron, came in and he put it over the finish line. Within 4 days of him being here, the book was at the editor and it was done and it was uploaded. And yeah, so Aaron really helped with that too. Proud mama. Sorry, I'm going to stop with the Aaron rant now, or with the Aaron not a rant, right? When you love somebody. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the cat collective. Let's see what they had to say. So I brought them in. And by the way, the chanting that I did for this call here will be available on YouTube probably tomorrow. I'll send an email out about that. I have something on my lip. So it's going to be on YouTube, actually the full channeling. I'm going to put the full channelings on YouTube. So you hear it in my voice as it's coming through from the cats. And because I can never do the entire channeling here because it's so much information. So you get the gist of it here today. And if you want to hear the full channeling, go to YouTube tomorrow. So they started out saying, we are so pleased to be part of humanity's great awakening. We are actually playing a big part of in it. The cats, that's what the cat said. And they, said, let's not get further into that right now. But they said, we really love to interact with all of you in this way and getting to speak in this way. They mean the cat summits here, the way we're doing this. Let us give you some quick information how we, the cats, experience the world. And this is maybe for some of you who are new to this. They explained a little bit for the newcomers here. They say we come into this world with our senses wide open, meaning we are aware that we are a cat or a kitten, but we're also aware of the bigger picture, or let's say the grand divine plan. That's what the cats call the Ascension, the grand divine plan. And we are aware that we're here with a distinct purpose and mission. And they went on to say, we are aware that we are bigger beings than just our bodies. We are always dipped in that sea of consciousness. We are always half in, half out, meaning that we are in the here and now and in our bodies and what you call the reality. And our other half is completely dipped into that sea of consciousness or universal consciousness or the cloud of all of humanity's knowledge and human culture. That is how we know and understand human adages and plays on words and human pop culture. So you will hear us, the Cat Collective, use quotes of your world and even pop culture references. So what some people call source or the Akashic records or just the universal, the cloud of everything, basically, universal knowledge. The cats call it the sea of consciousness. And they always show me this picture, how they have one foot dipped in the sea of consciousness, and they're very connected to everything, to all that is, basically, to the entire knowledge in the universe. And that is why they are so smart. And that is why they can be our wisdom teachers, because they know they have this flow of information coming through them. And we humans, we can be dipped in there too, and many of you are, and many of us are, but we also kind of have that, let's say, half in, half out, right? Or we are more out than we are in most of the time because we're always in a thinking mind. But really, truly, we are connected to all of the knowledge too. And the cats have an easier way of just channeling it through because they are not in their heads all the time like we are. All right, that was a little just information for those who are new to my work. How do the cats know all these things, and why do the cats have all these human references, right? Because they are dipped, connected to the cloud of human, just imagine like a computer, the cloud of all of human knowledge. Imagine they're plugged into the universal Google, right? So they're plugged into the universal Google and they just can pull out all the information that they need about us. All right. So let's get started with the questions. Question number 1 was, do cats care about their looks or that of others? So this is what they say. The answer is not clear. The answer is manifold. Cats are very distinct personalities, just like humans. So some of us are very much aware that we look cute or that we are strong or beautiful or elegant. And that is how we put ourselves out there in the world, acting cute or elegant or whatever, comes through. They say we know that our humans are very much, or that you humans are very much about your visual sense. And we are aware that you love and adore the way we cats look. So we cats enjoy to give you pleasure in that way. And yes, we also enjoy being in our bodies and jumping and moving and having nice and shiny fur. We really enjoy our physiology. So they enjoy their bodies. But, and here comes the but, they're also aware that it gives us pleasure, right? Because we cat lovers, we just love the way they look. They're just so cute and they're so shiny and they're so perfect, right? And they just like to give us pleasure. So They say some cats are very much aware and proud of their looks, but that is from a human standpoint, meaning those cats aware of their beauty usually live with you and are in your lives to be the joy bringers or the beautiful ones that make you happy. And for those of you who are aware of the cat's purpose and the 10 cat archetypes, you probably know that there's a cat archetype, the joy bringer. And those are usually the cats, they're very cute. Some cats are joy bringers because they're very cute and they're very funny and they have funny antics. But then some cats are joy bringers because they're just so breathtakingly beautiful and they just give us joy because we humans, we are very visual, right? And the cats understand that. They know that the visual is very important to us. So those cats that are kind of, let's say, vain or that are very much aware of how cute they are and how beautiful they are usually the joy bringers and they are usually in our lives to make us happy. So that is why they are proud of how they look, right? Because it's their job to look good. It's their job to be funny and cute. And then they went on to say, or some cats are your mirrors. That's another archetype. That's another cat purpose, to be your mirror, to be your reflection. So you recognize yourself in them, right? So they said, or some cats are your mirrors, and some humans are fixated on their looks or upset about their looks or perfectionist about their looks. And we cats might come into their lives and also display those traits. I'm vain, I'm beautiful and proud. Or other cats are self-conscious about their looks, just like their human counterpart, who they mirror. These cats feel, let's say the ones, or they said the ones that are self-conscious about their looks, these cats feel they're not as pretty as their siblings, they're not good enough, therefore not being adopted. I've actually had that many times that I've worked with cats that were very shy, very introverted, and they said that they didn't feel pretty enough because people came and they picked up their siblings and said, oh, this one is so cute and this one is so strong and this one is a little scrawny, right? I don't know about that one, has a funny nose or something. And these others are so cute, right? And don't ever think that cats don't understand that, because they do. So when cats hear that in their, let's say in their forming years, right, in the first couple of weeks where they're forming their beliefs and everything, they can get self-conscious that they're not pretty enough. All the others were touted as pretty and sweet and cute. All the others got adopted, and they're the only ones that didn't get adopted. So they can actually be self-conscious about their looks and just take away that feeling, I'm not good enough. I'm probably not as pretty as my sisters were, right? So that actually happens with cats. But, and here's the but, these are usually the cats that come to humans who have the same issue. Humans who are, who are concerned about their looks, humans who think they're not good enough, they're not pretty enough, right? So these cats are usually the mirrors for humans who have that same life topic. And a lot of people have that life topic, not being good enough. It's one of the main core wounds, actually, of humanity. I'm not good enough. And the looks might be part of it, but a lot of humans struggle with that. I'm not good enough, right? I haven't proved myself because somebody else got preferred over me. My sister got preferred when I was little. My colleagues always got promoted and I didn't, right? So the cats can develop the same self-consciousness. So these were the exception, right? Those cats that are vain because it's their job to be vain and joy bringers and pretty. Other cats that are self-conscious about their looks because it's their job to mirror their humans, to be self-conscious about their looks. But, and now we come into the grand majority, they said, the cats went on to say, but the grand majority of cats are not worried about how they look. Yes, we are aware that we have a great physiology and beautiful coat patterns. We enjoy our physique, but it's not like a human looking in the mirror and seeing ourselves and thinking, oh my God, what do I look like today, right? I have a wrinkle here, right? I have a so-and-so here. I have a scratch on my nose, right? I don't like the way I look today. They're not like that. And that brought me to the question, and a lot of people say this, excuse me, you might have heard that scientists say cats do not recognize themselves in the mirror. They're less intelligent than, say, monkeys or dogs. I think monkeys recognize themselves in the mirror, and they say some dogs recognize themselves in the mirror, but the scientists say that cats usually don't recognize themselves in the mirror, and that's how they attribute excuse me, throat chakra. Okay, so It feels like some of you, actually, I touched on the not good enough subject, which is very prevalent in people. So I'm catching some closed throat chakras here. All right. So scientists usually say that cats are not intelligent enough because they don't recognize themselves in the mirror, and the recognizing in the mirror is supposedly a test for self-awareness. So they deduct that cats are not intelligent enough because they don't recognize themselves in the mirror. So I beg to differ, but I asked the cat collective, since we're talking about looks, right? So what is it really about that mirror? Do they recognize themselves? And they said, yes, we do understand it's a reflection of us in the mirror, but it's really not a concern for us. That is why you don't see us react much when seeing ourselves in the mirror. It's more so that we perceive our reflection, but it's really not important. We are not like humans looking in the mirror and judging the way we look. And then they went on to say, and I thought it was very cute, they said this is in no way any criticism of our beloved humans. As we love you, we love you, we love you. So they're not criticizing us by saying we look in the mirror and we don't like the way we look sometimes. It's just, they're just stating it. This is how humans are, many humans are, and cats are different. So they love us, they're not criticizing us. And they say, we know how visual senses are very important to you, humans. So for the cats, actually, they always say their strongest sense is the sense of smell. So their sense of smell, for them, it's how it guides them through the world. It's their strongest sense, really, to help them go through the world, their sense of smell. And it's similar to our sense of vision, because we humans were very visual, right? And visual is, for a lot of humans, it's our main sense, how we perceive the world. We judge things based on how it looks. And it's no criticism, it is what it is. It's a strong sense for us, and the cats understand that. All right. So I went on to ask, what about other cats' looks? Because you might know that some cats reject cats of a certain color, right? I mean, we've probably all seen that cats, this cat is okay, the other cat, I really don't like white cats, or we don't like red cats or something, right? So I asked, what about other cats' looks? Do they care? And they say, the cat said, we are more about the body language of cats than their looks. We do not judge them on coat patterns or colors, but we look at body language, as in, does this cat have a menacing body language? So that's the main factor for them. They don't reject him because they have a certain coat color. And then they said, that being said, if we had a traumatizing experience with a cat of a certain color, then we'll be wary. Say, if we once got in a fight with a calico cat, then we might be wary of calico cats going forward and reject them on the basis of their looks. But really, in that sense, because they had a clash with somebody of that coat color, and then, or let's say if they had a clash with if a female cat had a clash with a male cat once, they might reject male cats going forward, or the other way around. Okay. And then they concluded to say, but otherwise, we don't really care what other cats look like. It's more about the body language, the stance, the smell, the body language. All right. I hope that makes sense. So that was question number 1. And let's proceed to question number 2. I'm going to just look at the chat real quick. Is there anything here that I should address? Mr. Nina is joy itself. Joy bringer. She's so beautiful every day. She's so silly, but she knows she's cute and uses it to get away with stuff. Absolutely, Jen. Yeah, those are the joy bringers. Those are the ones, they know exactly how cute they are and they play with it, right? So funny. Yeah. Lily, my joy bringer, knows exactly how to bring a smile to my face. Emmett knows he's my handsome mini panther. Yep. My cats love the pop culture references. Okay, cool. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Do cats ever think or worry about the future? And I kind of had a feeling I would know what would come through, and it's pretty much what they said, but I always like to hear it in their own words. And they say it so much more beautifully than I could say it. I mean, I could have probably answered these questions for you, but I love to bring them in because they speak in such beautiful terms that it's just so much better to hear it from. So in a nutshell, no, cats are not worried, but we all knew that, right? But let's go into detail. They say we are aware that our beloved humans always look into the future or anticipating events to unfold in a certain way. And aren't we doing that, right? We always think about how things are probably going to turn out. To answer up front, no, we do not agonize over future events the way humans do. Only if we are in a situation of distress or agony, say being in the clinic or trapped in a kennel or in a very stressful environment, then yes, we'll be thinking about how do I get out of this situation. I hope things are going to work out better, for the better. This is the only time where we'll worry or think about the future. It makes sense, right? I mean, it's not that cats are not thinking. Cats are thinking just like we are. They can deduct, they can reason, they can think into the future. It's just most of the time they don't. But they can and will think about how to get out of a situation, or I really don't like that situation, right? How is it going? I hope everything is going to turn out fine. I have actually worked with a lot of rescue cats, or cats in shelters, or cats in foster families, or cats that were, let's say, in a situation, a life situation that was kind of an interim situation, as I said, shelter cats or foster cats or cats out in the streets in a bad situation. And they usually do portray to me, well, I hope everything is going to work out. I don't know what's going to happen to me. A lot of times I get that from shelter cats, or from kind of cats that are in between, or from cats where humans talk about rehoming them. When humans say, I don't know if that cat's happy with me, the cat's peeing all over the place, I'm thinking about finding a new home for the cat. In that case, the cats can be worried. I'm just adding that now. They didn't say that, but I just know that from my conversations with them. In those cases, the cats will be, some cats will be very, very insecure. They will say, I hope it's going to work out. I don't know what's going to happen. I know I probably have to go to a new home. I don't know how it's going to be. I really hope so. In that case, cats can be worried. And these are the stressful situations that they were talking about. So if you have a cat and you're talking in front of the cat, how you have to rehome them, how you don't know what's going to happen to them, or if you have shelter cats or foster cats and you're talking in front of them about, I really hope it's going to work out. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know where they're going to end up. They soak that up. They understand that. So please give them assurance that everything's going to be fine, that you're going to do your very best to help them find a great home and everything. I always do when I work with shelter cats or rescue cats. I always tell them that have faith, everything's the humans are going to do everything to get you a new home. I'm sure everything's going to be fine. So I always, try to give them that faith, or tell them that the humans are doing everything they can to find them a good home. So, and those are the stressful situations or the insecure situations that we're talking about. I just want to add that on because that just comes through in so many sessions that I had with them. So that being said, Kat said they do have basic trust. They say inherently we have a basic trust, things will unfold or be okay for us. This is the cat collective as a whole now, right? So they're speaking for the majority of cats. So do we worry about the future? Only in those moments where things are not really favorable for us and we really want to get out of a situation. But other than that, no, we do not worry about what might be coming. Grand majority, right? However, we will pick up some of a human's agony or worry about the future. We might pick up some of their stress about what is to come, or a situation our human dreads coming up, and then we might get fearful too. So this is a little reminder, your cat reads your energy, your cat reads your thoughts, your cat reads your emotions. They are immersed in your emotions. So if you are always worried about the future, if you are always worried about, oh my God, politically, what's going to go on and how is this going to happen, and politics are going crazy and the economy is going whatever, if you are always in that worry, in that state of worry and fear and being afraid for what's going to happen, your cat might pick it up. I mean, some cats are very, very robust and they are here to give you stability and they might not pick it up, but others might pick up your agony or your worry about the future. So if you want your cat to be happy, don't worry about the future, right? Because your cat will pick it up from you. So they went on to say, this is more our humans projecting their fears onto us. Or let's say we are swimming in your field of consciousness. I love that. They've never said it like that before. Said we are swimming in your humans field of consciousness. So if you are worried or fearful about future events, then that might translate to your cat. So take it from your cat. We are inherently not worried about the future because we have a basic trust that life is going to be good for us and that we're going to be okay somehow. So is anybody here that says guilty as charged? I worry too much? Because, you know, it creeps in, right? We want to be in great faith and everything all the time, but sometimes it creeps in. If anybody's here who says guilty as charged, I do worry a lot. Just think about your cats, right? Or pop it in the chat. So I'm just going to check the chat real quick. It's so true about me being stressed. My guys pick up on it and do their best to get my attention squarely on them. They're just precious in that regard. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, exactly. Your cats might actually catch you while you're being stressed out and while you're being worried. You might have healer cats or energy worker cats or soulmates or supporters who will try to get you into a better mood and try to yank you out of it just by being around you, by rubbing themselves against you, by, you know, lying next to you. And this is where the cats actually start to send healing. So if you want to close your eyes, they said, we'd like to infuse you with some of that trust now. Just feel, and you might just want to close your eyes for a moment and just put a hand on your heart and just let it sink in what the cat said. They said, we'd like to infuse you with some of that trust now. Just feel how we trust life. Just feel into your cat, how they trust life. We trust the universe. We trust events to unfold exactly how they need. We're sending you healing for that wound in humanity, always worrying about the future. So let that sink in. And as we're continuing to speak for the remainder of this channeling, we'll be sending you healing for that wound in the human field, but always being worried about the future, what is to come, because we know it'll be just fine. Okay, you can open your eyes again, but just let that sink in, let that healing come through you. And you might feel a lot of feline energy now. You might feel like 100 cats are coming into the room now and filling it with purring and with just that presence that cats have. And you all know when you have a purring cat next to you or a sleeping cat next to you, for me, it's the most reassuring feeling in the world. When I have a purring sleeping cat next to me, then all is well in my world because they just have this reassuring energy about them, right? Who can you relate to that? When your cat's next to you sleeping, it's just the most soothing presence that I can imagine. Or when a cat purrs next to you, it's the most soothing thing for me that I can imagine. If you want to share it in the chat, you can. You don't have to. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right. They're the ultimate healing comfort. Yep, exactly. Okay. So let's move on to question number 3. And they actually said this will continue to unfold now throughout the rest of the chanting. They will continue to send healing. So if you want to continue to tap in and just have a hand on your heart and just have the healing come in. This is very calming. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so moving on to question number 3, and this goes seamlessly now. The question was, what is the cat's number 1 wish for humans at this point in time? You were in July 2024, and a lot is going on right now on the global stage, politically and so, you know, in society. So what do they want us to know at this point in time? And this is what they said. They said, that is very simple. We want our human to be okay. And with okay, we mean not just being happy, but being in the state of expecting good things to happen. Basically what we just said. We want you to come out of that mode of, oh my God, I don't know what the future holds, and humanity is going down this track, and I don't like it, and I see humanity going down, and all this, you know, this energy that we're in. The cat said, we want you to go towards the mindset and emotional state of, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Humanity is going to be okay. Everything is panning out as it needs to, and we will all get to a better state of being. So that's what the cats want us to know. Go into that emotional state of, it's all going to be okay. Snap out of it, human. Go into the trust mode, right? That's the number 1 wish. And it just ties in nicely with what came through beforehand. And then they said a few more things, which actually are in my book, by the way, about creation, about creating your best life. They said, if you don't know how to manifest certain outcomes, you human, and whoever's listening to this, then know that you are creating humanity's future by creating a good future for yourself. As every single human, and this is really the key to helping humanity. We need to make it in our own life first before we can help humanity create a great life. So they said, as every single human is going into a state of being happy and creating a great life for themselves, say for your family, for your cats, your dogs, for yourself. So as you are creating a great future for yourself, this is how you create a great future for humanity. So that's how we help humanity, really, by doing, looking the man, the woman in the mirror, right? And they say, this is so important. They say you don't need to fix all of humanity. You're only here to fix, if you want to use the word fix, yourself. And this is what they pulled from the cloud of consciousness. They are just they just know these things inherently. This is really from how you truly manifest a good life for yourself. They say, you don't need to fix humanity. You only need to fix yourself, if you want to say the word fix. What we mean is to switch into a more joyful way of being, of living, and creating the best life for yourself. This goes on. They said, by creating your best life, you're automatically creating the best possible timeline for all of humanity, because we need to start with ourselves, right? Start with the man or the woman in the mirror. So our number one wish for our humans is, summary, create the best possible life for yourself and everything will fall into place. If you want to set humanity on a higher track, then set your own life on a higher track. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to be joyful. Allow yourself to create what you want in your own life. And this is what they talk a lot about in the book. This book is actually also about creation, about creating your life here. It's not just about cats. It's about what the cats say about creating your own best life and allowing ourselves to be happy. I mean, who here on the call doesn't always allow themselves to be happy? Because we're always criticizing ourselves, right? We're always, if only I could do this, if only I could do that, if only I'd. How many of you catch yourselves in the act sometimes of, we're not allowing ourselves to be happy sometimes because we're always, stressing out over something. And this has to happen first, and then we can be happy, right? I can't be happy unless this happens. I want my cat to be happy. I want my spouse to be happy. I want my kids to be happy. But do we allow ourselves to be happy? A lot of times we don't, because we always think we have to do all these things, right? And we forget to be happy, to allow ourselves to be happy. So if this is you, sometimes, not all the time, right? But we all have these moments. Pop it in the chat. That's just something so true, you're saying. Yeah. My cats constantly model being in the here and now, that says, and very importantly, self-care. They truly are extremely high-level beings. Yep. So grateful all the time. Yep. Right. Right. So that's what the cats always say. I mean, usually the number one wish of cats for humans, the main number one wish of cats for humans is be happy. They want to shake their humans sometimes and say, you human, you want me, the cat, to be happy, but you're not happy. So please, humans, allow yourselves to be happy. So that really usually is the number one wish they have. But I guess today, and it's July 24, and talking about the stuff that we've been talking about, right? They said, well, they want us to know that not just, be happy, but happy also means not just be happy in the moment, but create your best possible life. Okay. So, moving on, and I think this is, we're coming to an end now. And then they went on to say, we don't mean this in the sense of being selfish, right? Creating your own good life, right? They say it's not about not caring about others at all. When we say create the best life for yourself, then for many of that also means helping others, right? We're not just going to say, I have a great life, I don't care about anybody else, but they went on to say many of you are becoming coaches or way showers or community workers or healers. You don't have to do it full time, even if you just do it in your spare time. If it's what brings you joy, if that's what having a happy life is, to also help others, then so be it. But, and here comes a but, you can help out in your community or for your clients, but not with a heavy heart. not in the emotion of, oh my God, I have to fix everybody's problems. I have to fix the problems in the community. I have to fix all my clients' problems. I have to fix my family's problems. They are just, and this is the higher guidance coming through. It's not just the cats talking, it's the higher guidance coming through them, through, the universal consciousness is coming through. And it's so true. If we help with the emotion of, oh my God, it's so horrible, and I have to help, and I have to fix, right? Then we're not really truly helping, because we're just putting out fires then, and we're not in the right heart or mindset or heart set. So they said, whatever you do. And that also came through that message when we talked about helping out cats. A couple of months ago, we had a summit where we talked about, I asked the question, how can we help out cats in bad living situations? How can we help out the cats in the world that don't have a great life, maybe? And they said the same thing, don't do it with a heavy heart. If it hurts you, if you do it with a really heart full of, oh my God, it caused me so much pain to do this work, then this work might not be for you. Don't do it with the emotion of, oh my God, everything's horrible and I have to fix this. Moving on, they said, do it with an open heart and with a freely giving heart. Do it because it brings you joy. Do it because, do it out of your own abundance of emotion, of I have a good life and I want to share it with others. I want to give back. I create a good life for myself. I want to give back and help others create a good life. So do it with a full heart, do it with a joyful heart. When you help, whatever helping work you do, it should be something that uplifts you. It shouldn't be something that pulls you down. If you help others and it constantly you're really suffering through that helping process, then that kind of work is not for you. Others might be able to handle that work. Let others do it who can handle that kind of work. Find the work where you help people or animals or cats or the environment or whoever you help. Do something that uplifts you and that really, really makes your heart happy. I hope that makes sense. So the cats concluded by saying, what we want to say to our humans is quit overthinking, just go into the flow, create your best life for yourself, then you'll be helping everyone. And it's so true. When we feed good energies into the grid, right? When we feed high energies into the grid, when we feed happy and healthy into the grid because we created happy and healthy in our life, then we are lifting all of humanity. If we keep feeding fear and stress and worry into the grid, into the field, then we make humanity's field even heavier and even more stressful and even more worried. So when we lift ourselves into a higher vibration, we lift ourselves into a state of more love and more joy in our own life, then we're lifting humanity up, and that's how we create the higher timeline or the highest timeline for humanity. Does that make sense? Does it resonate with you? Because we're pretty much at the end. And they always end by saying, we love you, we love you, we love you. It was a pleasure doing this with you, the cats. So that was it from today's channeling, or what I wanted to share actually was yesterday's channeling. So again, if you want to hear the full channeling and as it comes out of my mouth, I always do it a day beforehand so that I actually want to do those summits going forward where I actually do the live channeling. I was doing it the day beforehand to make sure I get answers for you, but going forward, I'll probably do it live. For now, you can hear the channeling on YouTube, my brand new YouTube channel. Maybe Leah can post the link again to the YouTube channel. It's not on yet, but it will probably be there tomorrow if you want to hear the full channeling from their mouths. All right. So I guess we're gonna go right into the questions. You can ask your questions now or your comments. So let me see. As always, I'm always happy to take your questions. At this work, can do about a half hour or so. I'm always happy to take your questions in the end. Just really bear with me. This is not the forum for very sick cats. If you want to get a reading, if you say you have a very sick cat and you're very concerned and very scared, this is not the forum to talk about it, because I can't give you a diagnosis or a full channeling or full healing session here in this forum, right? This is for quick check-ins. I can tap in, I can give you quick answers. But if you have a very sick cat or if you're very concerned about your cat's behavior, please either go see a vet or write to me about a personal session. I have limited the number of personal sessions that I do, but I have just, I'm finishing up the class Holistic Cat Practitioner, and I have a few some wonderful ladies who will be able to help you in the future, or actually going forward, actually starting now. You can book sessions with them when I'm not available. So if you're interested in a personal session, it's not fully set up yet on my new website. My new website is online now. The sessions are not fully set up yet. So if you are interested in a personal session, maybe Leah can put in the chat, write me an email, info@sylviesterling.com. And we will accommodate you. Either me or one of my Academy graduates can give you a session. So please don't hesitate to write an email, info@sylviesterling.com. There will be a booking link, but it's not fully set up yet because my new website kind of went online overnight and it wasn't even finished yet, but it is what it is. So, all right. Let me take some of your questions now. And you can ask, as always, I mean, I would love for you guys to actually ask questions to the Cat Collective. But if you want a personal question, then of course I'm going to take that too. So let's see. Deb says, I volunteer in a local shelter. Is there anything specific I can do to alleviate the stress they might be experiencing? So this is a very good question. This is for everyone. Everybody who does volunteer work at a shelter or at a clinic or something, this is for you. So she says, I just go and hang out with them, cats and kittens. Yes, absolutely. So just by you, Deb, just by you hanging out with them, you are already helping. Your presence is already helping. So even if you just, and I'm saying just, and I don't mean that in any way diminutive, just by you going there and caring for them, caring about them, caring what happens to them, just being there is really it just lifts their hearts because they say you're somebody who cares about us. Because some of these shelter cats, they're just being forgotten, they're being put in there. I mean, I'm not saying that they probably, most shelters have really good care and everything, but these cats do worry sometimes. Some of them have basic trust and they know we're going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to find my perfect home. But then there's other cats that are not as sure. And some of these cats really do worry. And some of these cats do feel like they've been abandoned. They've just been, abandoned in the streets or abandoned at the shelter. So just you being there at the shelter, even if you just come there and play with them, spend time with them, talk to them, take them seriously. Talk to them, tell them that, yes, it might not be just tell them that everything's going to be fine and there's nice humans here and they're helping you getting adopted. Just give them hope. Tell them that there's probably a family out there for them, or there's a home out there for them. And the nice people at the shelter, hopefully it's a no-kill shelter, please. You should not support those, by the way. But so hopefully it's a non-kill shelter. So tell the cats in the shelter it's going to be fine. These nice people are caring for them. There's there's probably a family out there for them. They're going to do everything to find a home for them. Give them hope. Give them the feeling that you care. You do care because you go there. So that's enough. Give them hope. Talk to them. Talk to them in your normal voice. You don't have to use animal communication techniques. Talk to them in your normal voice. Sit with them, talk to them. And even the ones that might not want to be touched or something, there are always cats who don't want to be touched. They don't want anybody to be in there with them. Maybe just, if you get the feeling that cat is lonely, maybe just sit with them and talk quietly and say, I know you're scared. I know you're, withdrawn. I know you don't want this. If you have the feeling the cat really is kind of reaching out to you, talk to them in a low voice, or other cats that are more, outgoing, talk to them in your normal voice and just show them you care and show them that you understand them, that you know that there are these beautiful, wonderful souls in there and that are being taken seriously. A lot of people don't take cats seriously. They treat them just like these, fluffy little whatever, little fluffy creatures walking around, but they understand so much. They have the same worries, the same thoughts. I mean, we just went through that, but they have the same range of, let's say they have the same range of emotions that we have. So show them you care, talk to them, and yeah, and maybe if you find out things about them, then tell the staff, tell them, I think this cat here would be better with a man, this cat would be better with children. I've seen that this cat doesn't like children coming in. You might not want, just kind of maybe give a little tips to the staff there if you spend time with them. A lot of staff at shelters, they don't have the time to spend with them. So if you just go there, and even if it's just once a week, and you know things about the cats, tell the staff. It might be helpful in placing the cat. All right, so I hope this helps. So Deb, this was for you, but for anyone, anybody, everybody who helps out of the shelter or cats in need. Okay. So Tammy, okay, so this is a medical question, but I'm gonna read and see if I can help here. My cat Chewy crawled onto the porch with half his body paralyzed. We had to bring him to the vet. He cried in my arms all the way there. Can anyone tell me what happened to him? There were absolutely no marks or wounds on him. The vet had to put him down. Oh, okay, so he's on the other side now. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. He's still there. He's holding you in your morning. Tammy, he's holding you, he's around you. He says it's not important what happened. His crossing had a higher meaning. He had to cross over for several reasons. His soul had to be on the other side. He can help you from the other side. He is much stronger on the other side. And it's not important what happened. Forgive yourself. You couldn't have prevented it. There's nothing you could have done to prevent this. It was his soul plan to leave. He had to go to the other side. But he's still around you. You can call on him. You can tap into him. He wants you to strengthen your intuition, your clear senses, to train yourself to tap into him, to feel him, and to hear his messages from the other side. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know how hard that is. But he says it's not important what happened. Don't torture yourself with details. It's not important what happened. The important thing is he had to cross over. It was his soul plan. And he's helping it from the other side. I'm so sorry, Tammy, to hear that. Okay, so Miriam. Tammy says, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so Miriam asked the questions, are cats clairvoyant? Yes, they are. My Sophia and Nicole seem to see spirit. Yes, they do. They sometimes stare intently in one direction as if seeing someone. They can, let's say, they can see spirits, they can see energies, some more than others, just like some humans are more tuned into seeing energies or perceiving energies coming in. So some are more tuned in than others. Your cats are very much tuned in. But yes, absolutely, absolutely. So when they stare in a direction, they see something, they feel something coming in. And yeah, and they're protecting you from certain energies, but I also think that they are guiding you, so they can train you. When you see them staring into a direction, they can train your clear senses. Something or somebody might come in for you to also tune in. So it might be a spirit guides, it might be a star family coming in. They are attuning you to also sense who or what's coming in. All right, hope this helps. Pam says, hello, I'm wondering what my cats think of my dog. Can you give me a little more information? How many cats? What are the cats' names? What is the dog's name? I feel they think it's funny. Funny as in, that's the first thing that came. Funny as in funny movements, funny, everything funny, right? Because dogs are different. Dogs have a different body language. Remember, they said they're all about, cats are very much about dog body language. So I'm kind of getting that they think he moves funny. I don't know, is he very active or something, jumping, bouncing or whatever? He moves funny. So they think he's kind of funny. He's kind of a funny cat there, right? Funny body language cat there. That's the first thing that I got. I hope this helps. So Angie is saying, well, the two adult female cats I'm introducing, Salem and Snowflake, going to get along. Any suggestions? So if you got those two cats, then there's a reason why I got these two cats. The universe always sends you the right cat. I feel there's a little apprehension going on. Are you going to introduce them, or have you introduced them already? They will get along if you let them be. So just kind of let them discover each other in their own timing. Don't force any interactions. Don't separate them too abruptly. Don't keep them apart. And then, oh my God, I'm afraid it's going to happen, because that translates to the cats. So the calmer we are when we have cats introducing each other, the calmer we are as the human, the calmer the cats will be. When we are, and it goes back to what we just heard, right? When we're very agitated and worried about, oh my God, what's going to happen? Will they fight or will, that translates to the cats. And then they think, oh my God, I have to be on my guard because my human is very nervous about me meeting this new character, right? They will pick up on that. If you're very nervous about letting them come together, they will pick up on that. And then they might think, I have a reason to be nervous because my human's nervous, right? And then you have them on edge and you want them calm. So whatever calms you down, whatever works. I always say, let the cats show you how fast or how slow they want to interact with each other. Some cats, they want to meet each other right away. Some cats, they need some time. Some cats need a designated room. A new cat, bring them into a designated room and then just do it over a couple of times, the introductions. And some cats, they just want to see each other and bam, and they're going to eat out of the same bowl the next evening. So let the cats show you how fast or how slow they want to progress in meeting each other, and be calm about it. Don't be nervous. Whatever it takes to calm you down, whether it's rescue remedy or something, whatever you can take to. I always recommend rescue remedy, bach flowers. It works for the cats and the people. Give the cats rescue remedy, but also take it yourself. Calm yourself down. Or if it's a glass of red wine that calms you down, or watching a good movie, or whatever, or take a hot bath or something, whatever calms you down, or meditating beforehand or something, calm yourself down. Be calm about it. And then that's usually the best starting point to introduce two cats to each other. So, I mean, introducing cats is a very, very big topic, but I feel there's no reason why they should not get along. I feel they are in your life for a reason. I feel it might be a little skepticism in the beginning, but they will learn to respect each other. That's what I'm getting. So first I was general about what to do, and then that was specific now, the last part that came for you. Okay, Jen is asking, there's a cat who lives here that is so sweet and loving, and I adore her. She always runs to greet me and follows me to my door and tries to get inside, but I can't let her and breaks my heart. I give her love every time I see her. If I offer her food, she never takes it, but to me she looks skinny. I'm very worried she might not have a home, and it makes me cry. I can't bring her into my home. I just want to know she's safe and happy and fed. I absolutely love her. So okay, I mean, this is just a very quick check-in now. I feel she's very insecure about where she belongs. Please don't take that at, this is just a very quick check-in now. You would need a full session to tune into her, see if she has a home or not. I feel she's very insecure about where she belongs, so I feel she does not have a home. I feel she could use some help. So, is there any reason why you cannot let her into your home? If she's very skinny, and then most likely she doesn't have a home. I feel, and I can't say that with absolute assurance now, because I'm just doing a very quick tap in now. But I feel she's very insecure about where she belongs. So, frankly, I would let her in. If there's any reason why you cannot let her in. But is there any reason why you can let her in and feed her and see if she stays and wants to stay? I mean, if she has, you can always take her to the bed and have them check for a microchip. That's probably what I would do. If you feel that she's very skinny, she needs a home, let her in, take her to the bed, have them check for a microchip. Is there a microchip in here? And then she belongs to somebody. If not, is she neutered? If she's not neutered, then she probably doesn't belong to anyone. If there's no microchip, she probably doesn't belong to anyone, and see if she stays or if she eats and then goes back out. That's what I would do. All right. Yep, Leah says sending love and healing to the sweet kitty. Deb says thank you. A couple of the shelter cats actually let me brush them. It was very cool. Excellent shelter run by amazing people. No kill shelter. Good, 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 good. All right. Tammy, also again, about your cat recently passed away. I do have 2 videos now on YouTube for everybody to see, where I talk about cats in spirit. If you have not seen, one is the March Summit from 2-3 months ago. The March Summit, I talked about cats in spirit and what they usually want us to know. And then there's one cat, one video that literally took off and is going viral right now. It's called Cats and Reincarnation. So you might want to go to YouTube. Maybe Leah wants to post that link to that video, Cats and Reincarnation. I posted 20 videos, and that's the one that is taking off. To have, I don't know, 5,000 views in only a couple of days, which is great for somebody who never had a video on YouTube. That being said, it talks about at length cats on the other side and how to tune into them. It has a meditation, how to tune into them, and what they want us to know. So you might want to check out that video. I feel it can give you, a lot of people have commented on the video, and a lot of people have seen it because it's actually an older video. And I know it gives people a lot of comfort. People who have just lost their cats, it gives them a lot of comfort. So you might want to check that out, Tammy. I mean, for anyone who wants to know about cats and reincarnation on this call, check out the video, Cats and Reincarnation on YouTube. But especially for those of you who just lost a kitty, I feel it can give you a lot of comfort, Tammy. All right, Alida says, I always wondered why my older tabby girl never liked to accept my calico tripod I bought home. Sadly, I have to keep them permanently separated now. Okay, Alida, when cats fight, and for all of you who feel their cats fight, their cats not getting along, it's usually two reasons. First reason, that's a smaller reason. First reason is usually that they are not sure what the other cat does for you. So become very, check out the 10 cat archetypes, the cat's purpose with you. Once you know what your cat's purpose is with you, then the cats will know exactly. I mean, the cats know what they do for you, but a lot of us humans, we don't know what, or most humans, they don't know what that cat does for them. So when there is an unclear situation, as in there's two cats in the home, but both are not really recognized for what they do, one might be a healer cat, the other one might be a mirror cat, two completely different roles. So once you understand this is what cat A, let's just, what Fluffy does for me, and this is what Tommy does for me. The minute you understand that and you start to treat them accordingly, Tommy is my healer, so he's going to do the healings. Fluffy is my mirror, so Fluffy is going to mirror my life topics, right? And when you start to understand that, the cats usually get along better because now they know that you know. Now they know that I'm being recognized. This is what I do. That's my role. That's my part. And the other cat's doing that other part. So they won't clash anymore because that cat is, and I always compare it to in the workplace. Imagine that you've been doing a work for a long time and you've been working with your boss for a long time, and then there's a new colleague coming in. Your boss brings in a new coworker and sits him next to you and says, okay, that's Bob. Bob's going to work here now. Then most likely you're going to be thrown off saying, why is Bob here now? Is Bob going to take my job? Because nobody explained what Bob's supposed to do here, right? Is Bob going to take my job now? What's Bob doing? Do I have to be afraid that Bob's going to, kind of encroach on me? What is Bob doing here? I don't understand. Why is Bob here? Was my boss not happy with me, right? Because nobody explained why Bob is here now. Bob might be here to do something completely different. Most likely he's here to do something completely different. So the minute your boss explains to you, you do this here and Bob does that here, that gets you to, oh, okay, yeah, Bob's here now and we're going to share the office, but he's not taking my job, right? And that brings you, and it's the same with cats. Same with cats. When you bring a new cat into your home and don't explain, don't know what the other cat does, some cats might kind of feel crowded in saying, why is the cat here? My human didn't explain to me, and now we're kind of fighting for position, right? But the moment you understand this cat, Bob does this for me and Tommy does that for me. Now you have a distinct purpose for your cats, and the cats know their purpose, but you don't know sometimes. So the minute, because you start to treat your cats differently after you know what their purpose is. And that usually kind of calms them down, saying, oh, okay, now my human knows I do this, Bob does that, and now we don't have to fight anymore, right? Does that make sense? So that's one thing. And the other thing is, and I'm just going to touch on that briefly because I say it so often, when your cats are not getting along in the home, it's usually a reflection of what's going on with the people in the home. So kind of look within, who is not getting along in your home. Is it you and your partner? Is it a partner and a child? Is it two children not getting along? Whoever, there's usually tension in the home. When cats are not getting along, they're usually reflecting tension among the humans. So the humans are tense, they don't speak to each other. Cats are tense, they don't speak to each other. Makes sense, right? Because they're all reflection. So look into these two things, Alida. And that's for anyone who has an issue with cats not getting along. Also for the one who just said, I'm gonna bring in a new cat, will they get along? Just tell them so-and-so does this, so-and-so does that. You can peacefully coexist because you're not going to step on each other's toes. Okay, Gina says, do my cats Ginger and Isla have any messages for me? Maybe other cats, I mean strays, which I feed. I have a closer one, a black male. He's so cute, the cat collective. They literally want you to know that it's gonna be okay. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't get overworked with things. Don't get overworked with whatever overwhelms you. I take it you're probably an empath. I feel you're going into overwhelm easily. As an empath, we tend to go into overwhelm easily because, things are just, I mean, there's a lot going on with humanity, right? So, and I feel there's you're taking on a lot of things. Either, I don't know, is it your job or your life or life in general or humanity or whatever's going on as an empath is overwhelming you. So they literally want you to go, breathe, breathe, breathe. Don't take on everybody's stress. Re-listen to what was said in this call or listen to the channeling. Literally, they want you to know it's going to be okay. So they're kind of chuckling now, saying the messages today were really, really, really for you. Gina, I hope this helps. They're very high. Those two, Ginger and Isla, they're very highly elevated. They are very, very intelligent. They are very high vibe cats. So they say these messages today are for you and you should re-listen. Because, I mean, they love you. They love you. They love you. They love you. They mean this very lovingly, right? I mean, doesn't any, don't we all need to hear this sometimes, right? So they love you so much. The one who you're feeding, black male, is also very intelligent and also very, very highly evolved. They're just grateful. They're just very grateful. And he's attuning your energy. The black male is attuning your energy. He has a very strong energy, very high energy, almost a starseed energy. So he's attuning you to starseed energies. It's got a very intense energy. Okay. So Laura says, sending love. Pam says marshmallow, others jelly bean, the dog is Ziggy. So yeah, did that resonate with you, Pam, about they think the dog has funny body language? I feel they're typically cats that are kind of saying, oh, please, the dog with this, I mean, we're dignified, right? We're cats, and the dog is just being a dog, right? And just having these antics and stuff, and they just go, oh, please. So they don't they like your dog, or they don't mind your dog, or they kind of just they see, yep, he's just different from us. He's different, but not bad different. Um, that's really that's a picture that they show me where they go, yep, dog does dog stuff, we do cat stuff, right? Okay, Miriam has a question. Do cats communicate telepathically between themselves? Yes, they do. That's a very good question. They communicate with on several levels, just like we do, right? I mean, we humans communicate on all levels too. We communicate with our words, but we also communicate with our body language. We communicate energetically, right? The energy that we put out. And it's very similar to cats with one level up. So they communicate visually through body language. They communicate through scent. That's when cats rub themselves against things, they're literally putting a scent on there. When they sniff each other, they are, when they're pawing something, when they do the biscuits and stuff, they are putting a scent out there. So they communicate visually through body language. They communicate through scent language. They leave messages through scents. That's what the rubbing and all that pawing and everything is. But then, and they are usually, they have loud language as in they're hissing, they're growling, they usually don't meow to each other, they hiss or they growl. But, and here comes the but, they are always, and this is just coming direct from the cat collective now. Tell them we always communicate telepathically. We are always in instant connection with each other. And not just when we're in the same room, when we live in the same home, we are always communicating all the time. We can be in different, this is just coming directly from the cats now. So we can be in different rooms, at different times or at the same time, be in 5 different rooms, and we are all in connection with each other, especially when we live together. We are always connected. We are instantly telepathically connecting. So when one cat in one room kind of picks up our human is stressed out, then all the 5 cats in all the 5 different rooms, and even if one is in the forest and walking, they will know right away our human is stressed out. SOS, SOS, we got intervention. Our human is stressed out, we got to do something. That is why you see your cat magically walking in when you're in distress, or when you're stressed out, or when something's going on with you. You might see 3 different cats coming in from different directions, magically walking in to comfort you, to snap you out of, to kind of distract you, to snap out of your mood. So especially the ones that are living together are instantly telepathically connected. Okay, that's also when they live together as a group, they're instantly telepathically connected. But also when we form a virtual group, as in, and literally those cats, when I have classes, that span over a longer period of time, and there's several people that are now a community and WhatsApp group or Telegram group or something, the cats all form a group as well. They all talk to, and they just giving me that. That's why I talk so fast. When I channel, I talk fast. So we are all instantly connected. When you are in a group or in a circle of friends or in a Telegram group or whatever, we cats are usually also instantly connected. So what happens to one, we pick up on that. When somebody's in distress in the group, human or animal, we pick up on that. We all send healing. We all send comfort. We all send the message, it's going to be okay. Your human is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. That is how we are telepathically connected. All right. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for asking the question, Marianne. I love that answer. So that was a direct channel now. And when I channel, I speak very fast. So I hope that that didn't come out too fast. All right. Good. So what else? Oh, there's many messages. Let's see. We can maybe do 10 more minutes. I don't want to go over the 90 minutes. So Angie says working on introducing the cats now. Cool. Leah's talking about the cat. Okay, Jen says, my protector is very possessive of me, and I've tried to introduce her and they clash. My older cat has health issues, so I don't know if she might make her sick. I have a studio and an extra room to isolate. Okay, gotcha. You have a protector cat. Got you. Okay, so maybe you want to converse with Leah. Maybe you can help. Okay. Tammy says, thank you so much. Leah's posting the video on cats reincarnation. Thank you. Thank you. Makes sense, says Alida. Deb is asking, does Sophie have a message? She's on the other side. She is great and grand on the other side. She's showing me the image of she's like a tiger being. I mean, she's much bigger. She's a starseed, so she's definitely not of this world here. She's from the stars. She's much bigger than a cat. She's this beautiful lion tiger being in her true form. And it was an honor to be with you in this lifetime, she said. She is not really gone. She's attuning you to the higher frequencies. So Deb, you're most likely a starseed, a feline starseed, a Lyran starseed, Syrian Lyran starseed, if you haven't heard that yet. She is attuning you to the higher energies. So she is still around you, and she has this, like this coat of light. It looks like a cape of light around you. She is literally attuning you to the higher energies, to your starseedness, to discovering your cosmic roots, she's saying. She is your starseed cat. She is attuning you to the higher frequencies. So find your starseed mission, attune yourself to your Lyran or Syrian origins. That's Sophie's message, Deb. Beautiful. She is a grand being on the other side. She is beautiful. She is a beautiful energy. Okay, Pam says, thank you. Gina says, thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Miriam says, questions. Can cats see auras? Yes, some can, just like some humans can see auras and some humans cannot. So cats have different superpowers too. So some see auras, some feel auras, some respond to auras. But in general, yes, cats can see energy more so than we can, or they perceive it, let's say, not visually see, but they perceive energies much more than than we do. So yes, absolutely, cats can see, perceive, feel auras, and that's how they can tune into us, right? That's why they have this instant connection. When they see a person or another animal in a certain energy, they instantly pick up on that because they just tune in right away. They can see literally when somebody's in, kind of in disarray or something energetically. They can feel and see that. Okay. So I think I got through all the questions today. Is there anything else? Because otherwise we will wrap this up. See, yeah. So let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for being on here live. Let's see if there's any more questions coming through or. Okay, Deb, there's another message. She said, thank you so much. She was an absolutely beautiful little spitfire that captivated everyone. I was devastated when she passed, so her origins do not surprise me. Yes, my original star system was Sirius, with stops on Lyra and multiple other places. Yeah, Deb. So she wants you, she's literally pulling you up. She wants you to open even more to that Lyran Sirian origins. She wants you to really pull down pull down that knowledge that you need to know to wake up even more to your starseedness, to really wake up to your mission. All right. So there are more questions. Now, Maxine says, Priscilla, Calico Kitten, do you see her purpose? I don't see her purpose. She's kind of being mysterious. She is I feel she's very much a joy bringer. No, kind of a joy bringer. Very, very, she's got a beautiful energy. So a muse maybe, joy bringer, muse, kind of in that area. Go explore. She wants you to find out. Okay, here's my beautiful Aaron. Guess he's saying we're coming to the end of this. You see that? Say hello. Say hello, Aaron. Yep. See, 90 minutes, and he says, okay, time to wrap this up, sweetheart. But he stayed. I'm so glad he stayed because I promised he would be here, right? I advertised him being here. So I'm glad he stayed. He's going back to sleep. I think he just got up to say, okay, time, 90 minutes, right? So Marian asked, could you please tell about Sophia's starseed origin? I'm getting different ones here. I'm getting a little Pleiadian. I'm getting a little Syrian. Yeah. Look into Pleiadian and Syrian. Yeah. Beautiful. It says thank you, thank you, thank you. Another meowsing summit. I love that. Thank you. Maddie's healing, giving lion ideas. Okay, Aaron says it's a wrap. Yep, absolutely. Priscilla has been so curious. Yes, a joy bringer. Okay. You're so welcome. Yep. All right, guys. So thank you so much for your wonderful presence, your wonderful questions, all really, really good questions today. I hope this helps. So check out the book, truly, really. This book is about so much. They talk about creation in here. They talk about the cat's they actually this book has 12 cat archetypes because they shared with me in the channeling. There's 2 more archetypes. So there's 12 archetypes in here, and there's a whole section, I think 30, 40, even more pages are just about explanation about the archetypes. So there's about 3 or 4 pages on each archetype, and they just explain it so beautifully. So if you want to explore more about the cat or your cat's archetypes, check out the book. We talk about the purpose. We talk about the starseed mission. It's not just about cats, the books. It's about you. It's about you waking up to your starseed mission. It's about the Lyrans. It's about the Syrians. It's about the feline cat people out there. So this is so much more than just a cat book. It is about your starseed family and about your purpose, about your cat's purpose, about all the archetypes, about the 12 archetypes. So you can pre-order now. You will get it on International Cat Day. Pre-order right now on Amazon, but it will also be available on other booksellers. And yeah. So that was it for today, and the full channeling will be on YouTube, probably, hopefully by tomorrow. If you want to re-listen to it, if you want to hear it in the cats, their voices, but in the way it came through. So thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure being with you today. This replay will be in the Feline Soul Academy, but I will also post it on YouTube, probably in a day or two. So you can also get it on YouTube. And please, if you support my work, please like and subscribe to my channel so it can grow. Right now it's a fledgling channel, but I want to grow and I want to put out more stuff and do more videos specifically for YouTube. I will also continue to do the cat summits here. So thank you guys. Thank you to all your beautiful, wonderful cats and kittens and new cats and to come cats and your beautiful cats who crossed over. If you have a cat crossed over, check out the Cats and Reincarnation video. And I'm now switching over here to my beautiful, wonderful Aaron, who's very sleepy, sleepy kitten. All right, we're saying bye-bye. Aaron and I are saying bye-bye. See you next time. Bye.